The Chicago Bulls have added another name to their coaching list, bringing a total up to 11 as Johnnie Bryant has joined the chat. Y'all know we going to talk about him, talk about his history. And then with the NBA just recently leasing their all NBA honors, when will we see the Chicago Bulls receive that type of honor again? The last one was 2021. Y'all know we gonna talk about it, break it all down, but you know you gotta hear the music first. Cognac, gang. Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, C-Dub. What's the word? It's
What's
Memorial
up,
Day.
nephew? How was your trip, big dog?
It was good, man. We definitely did a lot of good things in the city of Chicago. Hey, man. Ain't no food like Chicago food, man. I'm just saying. I'm just
It
saying.
ain't.
Ain't no food like Chicago food. But nonetheless, C-Dub, we on the road to 10K. So if you listening today, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's a simple two-step process. I know y'all familiar with the two-step. Don't be freeloading. Shout out to the one member that just made sure he subscribed the other day. Said, I've been freeloading for some time. My bad, brother. And
I
he hit
seen
that
that guy.
subscribe button. Shout out to him for sure. C-Dub. But we got a lot of things to talk about on today's episode, man. In the Chicago Bulls, they adding another list. Another name to the list. This time, Johnnie Bryant is being added to the list. C-Dub. This guy started his coaching career in 2014 with the Utah Jazz, was an assistant over there all the way into 2019, then went on to be associate head coach under Tom Thibodeau in 2020 and was there all the way until 2024 when he joined Kenny Atkinson's staff and has been there since. C-Dub. He's also a former player as well. How you feeling about Johnnie Bryant being added to this list?
I'll say right off the bat, he fits the profile of the type of coach that the Chicago Bulls was talking about. They wanted to get in here and talk to. Johnnie Bryant has, in fact, paid his dues. He's crossed his T's and dotted his I's. He came up, started from the bottom. Uh, being a associate head coach, being an assistant head coach. He's worked under really good head coaches and Tom Thibodeau and Kenny Atkinson. Right now, he's working under Kenny Atkinson. He did some time in Utah with Quinn Snyder. That in when they were good in 2014. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell and those guys over there. He's a developmental coach. He spent some time in the Bryant Development Academy, I think it is called. Oh, the Bryant Sports Academy. He did some time there. So he's going to be pretty good with the young players, trying to develop them. And this is the type of situation that we are in. You can look at his record with winning with the team that he's in, with the Cleveland, with Tom Thibodeau, with New York. So there's some good things there. And I would like to say that now that we got the head coaches to a pool of 11 bodies, I think we're good with that number. I think you can find a good person within a number of 11 head coaches. You got guys like Thiago Splitter in there. You got new guys and that hasn't really had their chance to be a head coach yet, and Jerry Stackhouse out there. And then you got guys that paid their dues and came from the bottom all the way to where they're at right now, and Johnnie Bryant. Also, I would like to point out that Johnnie Bryant was going out for Tom Thibodeau's. Was that Tom Thibodeau's job?
It
It
was
was Tom.
the Suns' job, right?
It was the Suns' job. He was a finalist. Him and Jordan Ott there in Phoenix. He ultimately ended up losing that job. Jordan Ott did a good job getting that Phoenix team back to the playoffs. Well, he just go on to the next year. And could this be the year that Johnnie Bryant finally be the head coach of the Chicago Bulls? I don't know, because it's a fierce competition with some great names that on that list of the 11 ready head coaching nominees. So he's just another good guy that you can debate over in that 11-man name pool. And if he's the guy, I think he's deserved it. He deserved the opportunity to be the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. If the guys making the decision decide, and that Bryson Graham and Michael Reinsdorf and the rest of the VPs decide that this is the guy, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. He paid his dues.
I ain't mad at it either. I think that when you bring along a guy like Johnny Bryant, it just says that the Bulls, they know what they're looking for. They're looking for some guys that can bring some youthfulness to this organization. We have not heard Van Gundy's name, thank God. We have not heard Tom Thibodeau's name. We haven't heard some of those older names come at least into this fray of a competition to see who can be the Chicago Bulls next head coach. And I'm honestly happy that we're looking at some guys that got it out the mud. We talking about guys that were former players, guys that was interns, guys that were player development coaches. I think that's very important. This is going to be a young team. So a guy having a background in development of players is going to be necessary when you're talking about certain things that we want in Chicago. We want to see if there is a guy that can get more out of Montes Buzelis, a guy that's going to hold Josh Giddey accountable, see if they can help develop Leonard Miller and Rob Dillingham a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And especially with those draft selectees that's going to be coming here within the next month or so, we need to ensure that when we draft these players, they're on a good path of development to where they can help the Chicago Bulls have sustained success. I don't just want 1 or 2 good years, bro. I want something that we deserve as Chicago Bulls fans. And I think that this is a good candidate. I'm happy that they're casting a wide net. And look, I don't know if we're going to go up to 15 names. I'm kind of on your side with 11. I believe it's good. You got a bunch of coaches here, you know what I'm saying, with nice track records and stuff like that. We'll see if there's any more names that'll be coming up. But I think this is good. 11 names. Now let's start interviewing these guys. I'm pretty sure they already done that. Let's cut that in half and let's get down to some finalists. You know what I'm saying? And C Dub, my favorite right now. I've been on Tiago Splitter for a while, and you know that. But I like Sean Sweeney down there with the San Antonio Spurs. I like Dave Bliss out of Oklahoma City because look at those teams battling it out in the playoffs and making adjustments. This is a shit that we love. But so far, who's your favorite on this coaching list? Or if you have multiple, who's your favorites?
I like what you did right there, with the two guys that's still playing right now, Dave Bliss and my
Sweeney,
guy
Sean Sweeney.
Sean Sweeney from the San Antonio Spurs. I like those guys, but I'm gonna go a different route. I want a guy that can catch a young group's eye, and easily how you can catch a young group's eye is a awe. This guy done it before, and I'm looking at a guy like Jerry Stackhouse, and of course his resume is not probably can't stack up to none of the rest of the guys on this list when you want to talk about coaching. But when we're talking about playing a game on the individual level, there's not any on the list that can step up to the plate with Jerry Stackhouse. You do have Diago Splitter, but still
Yeah.
he wasn't the player that Jerry Stackhouse was, and Chris Quinn as well. But I just think just that aura of Jerry Stackhouse being an all-star type player for many of years when he played in the NBA can catch the attention and the ire of the young Chicago Bulls team. And his basketball acumen will be high. He's a relatively young uh basketball coach. I think he just retired in the last 5 to 10 years. I think Jerry Stackhouse, if you really want to make a splash, I think he's the one to go with it. of course, you want to follow the patterns of successful teams, and you look at the OKC Thunder, you look at the San Antonio Spurs, and of course, you say you could snatch one of those assistants and we could get something similar to those teams. But what about making your own roads? What about making your own route? And I think Jerry Stackhouse is a perfect blend of getting that new guy plus bringing in some of the old with some of that OG basketball knowledge, bringing it to these young guys. I think Jerry Stackhouse is at the top of my list for being the Chicago Bulls head coach, and that's only for right now, though. It's only for right now.
I agree with you, but don't sell his coaching resume short, stacked up against these guys, C-Dub, because this man was a head coach at Vanderbilt. Look, some people might overlook that. I'm not saying you are, but just for the consensus, look, he was a head coach. He, like you said, former player, was a head coach in the college realm. You know what I'm saying? It was an up and down tenure over there with Vanderbilt, if we keeping it a buck, but him being a part of Golden State for the last 2 years, yeah, not a lot of success, but you do learn about different styles of players. You know what I'm saying? Especially future Hall of Fame players, and you know the work that those guys put in. So I think to have him at the top of your list is definitely something I'm not mad at all, to be honest. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts and everything regarding Johnnie Bryant. And also let us know who's at the top of your list. There's 11 candidates. You know what I'm saying? 11 candidates to choose from. Let us know who's your favorite. But hey, C-Dub, the NBA went out there and released their all NBA team. We know that some of the ones that made the first team, second team, you know what I'm saying, they make a lot of sense. The third team included names like Jalen Duren, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey, and Jamal Murray. Now, when it comes to the Chicago Bulls, the last time we had an all NBA player was the 2021-2022 season when DeMar DeRozan was really good for us, man. And so my question is, when will we see the next all NBA Bulls player?
Damn, when or who?
When?
Okay, 2030. 2030.
Keeping it a buck. I ain't mad at that.
2030. Let's go 2029, 2030. We have possibilities. I don't know. We just have possibles. Obviously, you got to start with Josh Giddey. I think he probably had a good chance of making an all NBA team this season with success, and the way he was running before that injury, he was almost averaging a damn near triple double. Right. So I'm gonna say you start with Josh Giddey, and then you obviously go to Montes Buzelis. He had a very big jump from his rookie season to his sophomore season. He went from averaging 9 points to something around 16 points per game last season. Of course, you can go with one of the whoever we draft at number 4. It'll be kind of early, but those guys still have that type of game that they could sneak their way in there. Let's say we get a Caleb Wilson or a Darren Peterson. I wouldn't be mad at saying one of those guys get there. And also with a least chance of doing it, you can add Noah Essegay in there, I guess. We don't know what Noah Essegay is. That's why I've said with the least opportunity. We don't know what he is. He only played a couple games at a couple minutes there. So there's a couple of nominees. I can never put my thumbprint on any given guy. I think if you really want to get technical, you can say Josh Giddey will be the quickest one to get there if he can average a triple-double. And if you give him athletes to run up and down the floor with him and spot up shooters to complete those assists, I think Josh Giddey is the closest we got right now before the draft that can get into the all NBA game. And I got something else after you finish.
For sure. I think that's a fair point. And honestly, when you said 2030, it makes a lot of sense. Simply because we don't know right now. We want to see more out of Montes Buzelis. We want more from Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey probably could have had a chance at All-Star and then, you know what I'm saying, making a jump at potential All-NBA for, you know what I'm saying? But like you mentioned, that injury really sidetracked a lot of stuff to even the point to where we seen him give some lackadaisical performances at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? It really ticked me off. I'm not even gonna lie. It grinded my gears. I'm not even gonna lie. But I think saying 2030 is probably fair because, like, for the sake of discussion, like you mentioned, Caleb Wilson, if he comes to the Chicago Bulls, you're gonna allow him a little runway, you know what I'm saying, to develop and stuff like that, 2 to 3 years down the road, and then potentially be knocking on the door with his skill set and the belief that he could just be this crazy defender. Oh my God. Like, bruh, it's just something that we definitely will have to wait and see. But I think that we have to give it time. We honestly have to give it time when we're gonna see the next All NBA player for the Chicago Bulls. Maybe somebody come out and shock the shit out of us this upcoming season, but we can't put our finger on it quite yet. I agree with that. I'm looking at a guy like Montes Buzelis. Me personally, we'll see. I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see,
I mean,
bro.
I mean, I hated that you answered it like that because you know how much of a fan of Montes Buzelis I am.
I'm a big
You
fan.
said it like if you was to rank, okay, let's just do this. Let's do this exercise. You got Josh Giddey, you got Montes Buzelis, you got well whoever we drafted for. And you could do whatever you want. You got a 3 players there, or you got a 2 players there. You know when I say the 3, and you know who I say when I say the 2 players at 4.
Right.
Who rank those in the possibility of getting an All NBA nod in order?
I'm gonna just use Caleb Wilson in there as the third player. If we ranking and we basing it off just future projections, look, bro, I'm gonna go Montes, Caleb Wilson, Josh Giddey.
Wow. What's up with Josh Giddey at the ass end of there?
Why I put him there?
Yeah.
It's just simple, bro. I'm throwing caveats in there because I don't know if he's gonna be around a long time.
Oh, nephew, you start too much shit, nephew. What did you say?
I'm just keeping it real. I believe he will be here for the 2026 season. But there's gonna be a philosophy thing going on to where that some people believe, you know what I'm saying? Like Bryson Graham is going to form this team in his image. He's gonna paint his own picture. Josh Giddey is not a terrible basketball player. He's not. But Bryson Graham has showed us that he's capable of making bold moves. He's told us this. He's shown us this with getting Trae Young out of Atlanta. Who would have thought that? I didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? But he put these players, the Dyson Daniels, the Jalen Johnsons, they put them all on the court, watched them play, and Trae Young got injured. And he was like, oh shit, this team actually look a lot better. So I'm not saying that, you know, that he's absolutely going to be gone, but I think there is a chance. You know what I'm saying? After some evaluation of watching your team, you're going to be like, oh yeah, we need some changes. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a possibility on the table.
Damn. I'm not going to necessarily disagree with you with your list. I'll just tell you how I would have had it. I like what you started with, Montes. I just would have went with Giddey next and the rookie third. Just because of the years of experience. But I see why you put Giddey, and that's an excellent reason for it. Because you do not know, because Bryson Graham, that's not his guy. He did not draft him. He inherited him. Yeah. And sometimes with inheritance, you give them away. You give them away sometimes. And yeah, take this bracelet.
I'm just looking around the league, bro. Like, look at the last 4 teams in the playoffs. These guys got guards that can not only score, but they can wreak some havoc defensively. Look at Stephon Castle last night.
Oh my goodness.
Look at Dylan Harper. Look at how Fox is probably not the, you know what I'm saying, not the greatest defender, but we're talking about the young guys that the Spurs have. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at OKC. They can sick their little dogs on you.
They got dogs. They got Dobermans
for dogs on you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a difference between, like, we look at the Cavs where they going home, but we look at teams like New York, who they might not have a number of guards, but they got wings galore. Fried hard with lemon pepper. OG coming out there. Mikal Bridges coming out there. Bro, you need I'm just saying, bro. And these guys are they have a newness to them. You know what I'm saying? This is a new these when Michael Reinsdorf said what we looking for in a guy to take the lead job, a guy we need to see a guy that can identify new growing trends. You go get Bryson Graham because with the slap, yeah, it's a crazy thing around Chicago. And he get
Yeah,
slapped
it's
every day.
going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you look at that stuff and say, hey, we're gonna have to make some tough decisions. That's my only thing. That's why I brought it to you like that.
Yeah. I also have two other things to say. First of all, can I change a player off the third team, please? He does not deserve it.
Who?
In the third team, I'm going to take off Jamal Murray. He does
Okay.
not need to be on the All NBA team. I think that deserves to be Devin Booker. Now I understand.
Oh, I
I
like that.
understand. I understand that Jamal Murray, he averaged 24 points per game and 7 assists. But my man Booker averaged 26 points per game and 6 assists. And plus, you do not need two Denver Nuggets in the All NBA team because they severely disappointed this season. And I like to congratulate and reward the Phoenix Suns for even getting to the playoffs. And you do that by giving Devin Booker the third team All NBA. I would have given it to Devin Booker, bro.
I ain't mad at it.
The fuck?
No argument for me, brother. I'm not mad at it for real.
Like that.
I'm
Like I
so
thought that.
serious.
Yeah, because I thought that was like okay, as he just Joker just dragged Jamal Murray ass again to another fucking title. He dragged him to another payday. Even though Jamal Murray's good, but he ain't deserving a third team All NBA. Now I was looking at that series with Cleveland, nephew, and let's go back to the first first subject with my man Johnnie Bryant. He working for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Does that make you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers like, hold on? Or do you leave it up to me and I say it's just Donovan Mitchell? He just streaking again.
I just look at the individuals, bro. Why
Okay.
the fuck it look like y'all quit game 3?
They quit,
Why
nephew. It look like they quit.
Why it look like that? And
They
then
quit.
Johnny, he the assistant head coach. You got Kenny Atkinson coming out here saying dumb shit.
You know,
dumb stuff. That's the
does
head
that give
coach.
you pause?
Nope.
Does that give you pause, nephew?
No, because we already know what James Harden is. And I'm surprised by Spider. Boy, what? That scoring ability? That scoring ability in the East? You can't give yourself one game. You can't give yourself one game?
Nephew. He a hot what would be like be the correlation in NFL football from a hot dog player? Like that's what I think of an NFL player who's a hot dog player. They always trying to catch it with one hand. They got to do the craziest juke shake and shit. That's Donovan Mitchell, bro. He a hot dog as a player. If it don't look the best, he don't want to do it. He don't want to do the regular shit, the fundamental shit. He want to do
it's crazy.
Two tweens and a step back and a side step. Huh?
It's sad to be honest with you, because a guy with that type of talent on offensive, bro, and you the best player on the team, your team gonna follow your lead, gang. What you doing?
His style of basketball will never work when it comes to the highest levels of competition because he's a hot dog. He wants to do the crossover. He want to bounce it over your head. He want to,
bro, that's his move.
Yeah, that shit don't work when this shit don't work in the highest levels of competition. He'll never win in these games ever because he can't do anything but hot dog moves. He can't do anything. Do the regular shit.
Hot diggity dog, get it for Tuesday. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog.
Oh,
bro, that's for my parents out there that had to deal with their children watching Mickey Mouse for hours. So glad they got that out of their system.
Man.
But hey, man, you got anything left, bro?
Hey, man, that's enough coaches. Let's make our selection, Chicago Bulls. Y'all still looking? Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We on our way to 10K. We gonna get that any day. Go ahead, man.
Facts, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning into another episode. Before you get out of here, make sure you do your simple two-step to your favorite song. Hit that like button and subscribe on your way as well. You can multitask, but stay focused. No freeloading for
It says
real.
stay focused.
But hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man. It's definitely been a hell of an offseason thus far for our Chicago Bulls. I'm on the excited side, man. I'm on the excited side. Hopefully some of y'all are as well, man. But hey, that is it from us. Again, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you always see red. And y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
Cognac. Gang.